Hello everyone. My name is caitom and welcome back to my channel. First off, I would like to thank you all who have left lovely comments under my videos. I enjoy reading them, and I do try to read them as often as I can. And just big thanks. I appreciate every single one of you. Also, thank you all for 53 subscribers. It was 53 last I checked. So, to those 53, thank you. It means a lot that there are people who enjoy tuning into my speed builds. And I hope you all continue to enjoy everything else. Anyways, today we are building a tiny home for an athletic uni student. It is quite what's the word? It's not realistic, I don't think, for a uni student to have, even though it's such a small lodging. I do imagine that it's kind of like a beachfront near the coast. Just like a really nice location for student housing. But I mean, you can always chalk it up to it's their vacation house, which is another thing that I don't think is realistic. A student having a vacation house owned by them and not like the family in its entirety. Anyways, we have finished the exterior shape and now we're moving on to the interior. I start off with the kitchen because I think with the blue counters I wanted to tie in some sort of like ocean symbolism thing. But I do scrap that idea with the counters and just opt for a light wood. Something that like resembles sand. Although I do think this wood swatch is quite pink to look like sand. Well, quite too pink to look like sand. But I think it does the job. It is a really small kitchen. I use the separated stove and oven from Dream Home Decorator, which is also where these counters came from, if you're curious, and a mini fridge, which comes from University. The mini fridge really comes in handy because I can place the countertop oven on that. I was originally gonna place a microwave, but I decided I guess this sim here could have a stove, or not a stove, an oven instead. Yeah, the color that the oven is in, I don't think it really fits the rest of the house. I'm not sure if I change it at any point, but it was such a nice color when I was going over the swatches, so that's there. And now we've moved on to the bathroom. This is a small 3x1 bathroom. It is completely functional, don't worry. With the university shower that I do place here, it allows the sim to kind of like walk in, use the sink or the toilet or just shower. Thank God for that shower, really, because I think I would have to make the bathroom a little bigger in order to include like a full-size shower, which in a tiny home I don't think is necessary. Yeah. So the other half of the living area is divided into a dining with like these two little nooks that I use for the entry and the desk area. I do realize that as a uni student, you would probably want a larger desk than the one that I put in this build. I actually could have put one in the bedroom, but I think maybe the student here, they want to keep their bedroom and the desk separate, like separate areas, so they leave all the nice good sunlight for their comfort room, their bedroom, and leave the desk in the living area. As you can see, I was kind of messing around seeing where I could put a TV. I knew I wanted to use a TV from Tiny Living because it also functions as a music player slash radio and a bookshelf, which is really handy when it comes to tiny builds. So instead of having a window on that wall, I do place that large TV and a plant from Cottage Living. And as you can see, this is the desk area that I have for the sim living here. I think it's kind of cozy, very small but still cozy. I mean, to add to their personality, I do add some postcards and I think some collectibles. I'm not sure where it comes from. I want to say it comes from like Seasons, those little things on top of the TV, but I'm not sure. Anyways, that was basically the entirety of the living area, and now we've moved on to the bedroom. So I do have the bedroom up on a platform for some form of separation, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of furniture I can place here to kind of, I don't know, kind of invoke that beachy feel. I don't know, but the beds that I had weren't cutting it. So I do opt for a Seasons bed in this light swatch. It does well to tie in the pink from, I don't know, the pink from the counters, I guess, or like the pink shade. But also like the kind of light wood that I was trying to achieve to emulate sand. And I mean, it's nice and bright. Nothing too dark, I don't think. As you can see, I'm just going around I'm looking through the catalog of the skill items, and I'm just placing whatever athletic item comes to mind. So there's a basketball, a soccer ball. There was a bike that I placed outside, and the basketball hoop. I really wanted to have a basketball hoop just because I think maybe this sim has like a ton of other athletic friends and they just play basketball whenever they come over. But I think I do end up taking that out and opt for like a pool or something. I mean, you know, I think a pool just makes more sense rather than like a basketball hoop in the middle of your backyard. Which, by the way, I think the backyard is like almost as big as the entire house. Okay, maybe that's a lie. It's probably like a little smaller. But anyways, placing decorations now on the walls of the bedroom. I do paint the walls kind of like a pastel blue to kind of mimic the sky, maybe like the waters of the ocean. And I do place the steering wheel of a ship. I thought it was a nice touch, assuming that this sim lives near the water. They love the water. That's why they are living here. So yeah. And now I am, well, not back. I am furnishing the outside. So the inspiration pic that I built this little house off of has lounge chairs in the front, kind of like maybe they're like watching the sunset or something. So I emulate that here with 2 base game lounge chairs and some clutter. I don't know, but the way that the sun is, I think that they like to lounge in the sun, and just like enjoy the warmth of, you know, of the sun and of the outside. Although I don't know what kind of fun you would be having lounge chairs facing the street, so I think it's safe to assume that we can just collectively ignore that little detail. Right now I'm just figuring out what I want to do with the front of the house. I knew I wanted there to be some sort of not really a fence, but like an outline of the whole patio. I don't know, I placed some stone there just so it's like not directly on the sand. I don't know how well that fits, but it is there. I think I'm like done messing with the front and am working on the backyard. A fairly large pool is like directly outside, and there's also a large grill, some kitchen counters that I do place clutter on at some point, and a little seating area. I don't add lounge chairs here because they're already in the front, and with the idea that this house's location is just surrounded by sand and ocean, they would probably enjoy looking somewhere that isn't their backyard. Yeah. Right now, this is the clutter that I was mentioning earlier. I do try and clutter up these kitchen counters just enough so when your Sims cook, they won't try and go outside, prepare the food, and then go back inside and use the oven and the stove. So hopefully that isn't an issue. And right now, I do decide to extend the backyard a little bit just so I can add some plants from Strangerville. Strangerville comes with like these large cactus desert plants that I think are really nice. So yeah. Right now I'm just doing some quick landscaping. It is very simple because I'm not really sure how to landscape in the desert. But it's just those aloe plants, palm trees, and rocks. As we're nearing the end of the video, thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. This will be on the gallery under my ID caitom, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!